of a much bigger puzzle.
Precisely. It's like seeing smoke, but you don't yet know the size or source of the fire. It tells us to keep watching, to look for more information, but it's not the full story itself.
Not at all. We're getting a snapshot, maybe an early warning of a shift, but the picture is definitely still developing.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, I think, is how even this quite limited piece of information serves as a reminder.
A reminder
That we still need global vigilance. We need to keep monitoring these infectious disease trends. COVID-19 has changed, evolved, yes, but it hasn't completely gone away as a public health consideration.
No, definitely not. Okay, so let's try and wrap up this deep dive then. The core piece of information we've examined today suggests a current rise in COVID-19 infections within China.
That's the essence of it. The available data points to a trend that, well, it warrants awareness, continued observation.
Right, and keeping that in mind, here's something to maybe think about after this. We talked a lot about interconnectedness. So really consider, what are the wider implications when we understand infection trends happening in any one specific region? And how could, or maybe should, that knowledge shape our collective thinking about global health preparedness?
That's a really good question to leave people with.
Definitely something to mull over as we all navigate, what comes next.
Yeah.
Staying informed these days, it feels like a constant chase, doesn't it?
It really does. There's always something new demanding attention.
Well, today we're digging into something specific that's been popping up. Rising COVID-19 cases in China.
Right. And, given how we all get our information now largely online, our aim here is kind of to mirror that process.
Yeah, we're trying to see what picture emerges just by, gathering the information that's readily available online about this situation.
So simulating how many of us would try and understand what's actually going on.
Precisely. So we've looked across a bunch of online sources and, well, the consistent thing is definitely an uptick, a noticeable rise in COVID-19 infections there.
Yeah, that baseline seems pretty clear across the board.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit. One thing that really stood out, mentioned quite explicitly in some places, is this active effort.
The effort to gather comprehensive information online.
Yes, exactly that phrase. To really sort of get to grips with why this might be happening now.
Which is interesting in itself, isn't it? This reliance on the digital world to build understanding.
It really is.
It makes you think about, well, how good a picture can we actually get from potentially scattered online reports?
That's a great point. And we see that reflected where one source directly states the intention is to, let me find the wording, provide a thorough understanding of this developing situation.
Through that online information gathering.
Right. Which really highlights how much weight is being put on these digital sources for insight.